So the other day I was talking with somebody and he said, "Wait, you're from LA? Why on earth would you choose Haarlem and not Amsterdam? Amsterdam's where it's at." And what's funny is I've had this question a lot, and I've even had people try to convince me that I would be much better off in Amsterdam. And look, I'm gonna just go ahead and super say this. Amsterdam is cool, but Haarlem got the sauce. Ooh, dang, look how nice it turned out to be today. Holy cow, it's super chilly. And it was like really chilly this morning, but dang, it is nice. And I am not gonna be in Amsterdam all day. Ooh, that thing needs some WD-40 on that. It is rusty. But yeah, I'm not gonna be in Amsterdam too long today. I'm gonna just go for a really quick walk and then head back to Haarlem. Make sure I don't get hit by a bike. And now look, I do have to say though, this is not a diss track towards Amsterdam, anybody who live in Amsterdam. Matter of fact, I want you to make sure you like them comments up, letting me know what is your favorite city. Like for real, let me know in the comments down below, cause look, we don't want no smoke. Cat going in that place like he owns it. But no, seriously, like the comments up down below and do it right after you hit that subscribe button. Man, it's kind of busy today, isn't it? Dang. This is the way that I go to when I know it's not gonna, like if I want like something quieter, I'll usually go this way, but dang, it is extremely busy. But yeah, I will have to say this is probably one of the biggest reasons why we didn't choose to live in Amsterdam, was because it's a bit busy, like not all the time, but a lot of times it is. Like, it is just a bit too busy for me. I love coming to hang out, chill, do my walks and stuff like that, but I wouldn't want to live here because it's too busy. It seems like it legit feels like Hollywood Boulevard. I know I joke about that a lot, but it does. I mean, even this walk here where I go away from the city center, I make a right, and I just walk straight down this way. And I've done this walk a lot of times. And not gonna lie, it is hit and miss. Like sometimes it's extremely busy and sometimes it's so quiet, it makes it almost seem like you're in a completely different place. And this area has so many amazing like shops and cafes, but man, for example, I couldn't imagine living up there with all of this going on. I think maybe if I was in a different point in my life, I wouldn't mind Amsterdam, but I'm not there no more. I'm sorry. I'm not. You see what I mean? It's also just extremely loud. Like all the time. Also like Hollywood Boulevard too. There's so many tourists coming here, like from like everywhere. Now I don't hate on tourists either, because hey, I understand. But man, there's a lot of people that don't live here. Like, but you know what? With that said, though, too, you can find some amazing places here. Like, I'm dead serious. Amazing restaurants, amazing cafes. You know what? I want to try this place one day, man. Like, for real, I would love to try this. I think someone in the comments recommended me try I think it's New Amsterdam. Someone recommended it, and I do want to. I think one day, I'm gonna pull up in there and try it. One day, I'm putting it on the list. Look at that anchor right there. I wonder why they put that right there. And now I will say though, when it comes to like views, yeah, I will say Amsterdam might have it. Look, I'm just super saying, like, look at that shot right there. Dang. So yeah, I might, look at that boat rolling by. Let me see if these people, man, we should get on that boat. But no, seriously though, I will say too, as well, on that note, is that I have noticed that I have been liking Amsterdam. Like, it's not even like I don't like Amsterdam. The further and further away I get from like the center of Amsterdam, I like it even more. Because man, there are some really cool, like, dope areas. But from what I'm hearing though, a lot of those areas are super expensive. Like from what I'm hearing. I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing. Oh man, I saw this last time. Yeah, but this is it's actually one of my favorite statues, to be honest. Man, also look at this view right here. Look at that view. Man, come on, pull up. Like, come on. Something else that really took us away from choosing Amsterdam over Haarlem. And man, this one is a trip to me, look. Actually, you know what? Let me just tell you what happened when we first came to visit, right? When we first came to visit, and this was years and years ago, we came to Amsterdam, right? And I noticed that my wife and I would go to certain restaurants in Amsterdam. The price that was on the menu wasn't the price that we received on the bill. And not for nothing, at first I thought this was a fluke. I'm not even gonna lie, I thought it was a fluke. But now, not for nothing though, I did a video, I would say maybe 2 weeks ago, I did a video and I got a cappuccino. Cappuccino was, I think it said €4, but when I got the bill, it was not €4. And then this happened again, and another video where I was walking around Amsterdam, stopped to work, grab a cappuccino, same thing. Oh, $3.50, but then the final check is not $3.50. And that's pretty much when I realized, after all this time, I realized that a lot of places, not all of them, but a lot of the places are doing something similar to what the States does. What is going on over there, man? Which is basically not charging the price that's on the menu, but adding the tax after when you're ready to pay. They're adding the tax afterwards. And now look, man, I could be totally wrong, but I'm telling you, what I'm getting charged is not the same that was on the menu. And it's only happened to me here in Amsterdam. It's only happened here. Out of all the places, all the cities I've gone to, it's only happened in Amsterdam. But speaking of that too, I also noticed too that they treat tipping similar in certain places, like certain restaurants or cafes. It's a similar. They'll give you this iPad and like, oh, you want a tip? Versus like a lot of other places, they don't ask. If they do have it on the pad, they'll just hit it themselves like, no tip. So real man, look, let me know if I'm wrong. Like them comments up, let me know if I am wrong. Cause I could be wrong. I do that sometimes, but I promise I've seen it. Look, this is a place right here. Like, look, I ain't no snitch, but this is one of the places right here. Look, I stopped here, grabbed the cappuccino. Look, side note, good cappuccino. Tell them Sky Money sent you. You will get a free receipt, but you also get a different price. It's a tourist trap. Oh man, that was nice. Ran into somebody that I knew from one of the cafes that I usually work at. She works at one of the cafes. But yeah, why Haarlem? Why Haarlem over Amsterdam? And I think that example of like me seeing my friend on the train on the way back, I think that's a perfect example because something about Haarlem that brings this whole community and almost like a southern hospitality vibe to it. And now look, I'm not saying that everybody's like this, but what I am saying is that I have noticed that I can actually talk and people are happy that I actually talk with them. They'll tell me how their day's going, they'll tell me what they're up to. And this is not just like, this is just random people too. Like people that I see on a daily basis at grocery stores, at cafes, bars, wherever. And we could just talk. But even something like this, coming out and working at a cafe like this one, and you come in and right away, someone brings the coffee that I order. I don't even have to walk up to the front. So I know so many people here, from local entrepreneurs all the way to like just people that work in the cafes. Like I know that the guy up there who works he does gigs in one of the local bars in the center of Haarlem. I also know that the girl who sits at the front studies, and she's studying to be a teacher. I also know that the girl that works here in the morning, she's a vegan. She's also super nice and willing to help me with my Dutch. And this continues all the way from cafes that I don't even go to, but I see people on a daily basis. And the same thing for restaurants as well as other businesses just in Haarlem. There's just something nice about that, man. Something nice about the community here that's a bit different from Amsterdam. Like legit, this is like the things that I'm talking about. It's almost like these things occur on an everyday basis where people I don't even know just because they see me so often. Even though Amsterdam is fairly small, it is so busy in like a lot of the areas in Amsterdam. It's fairly busy to the point where you won't get the same community and you won't get the same vibe. And also too with Haarlem has, just like Rotterdam and The Hague and Amsterdam, Haarlem has its own vibe. Nice meeting you. Good work. And now for the longest time, I could not figure out what this vibe was. But I think I figured it out. I've been talking to a bunch of people and even when I talk to people from Amsterdam or people who live in Rotterdam or just people from even people from the States, they all said something very similar that I said when I first got to Haarlem. Because you see, no matter where you are from, no matter where you live, when you come to Haarlem though, you will instantly, and I'm not even joking, you will instantly think like, dang, I could live here. This could be it for me. Now, yeah, you can do more in Amsterdam, meaning there are all these events, all these things, and you have access to a little bit more like variety when it comes to shops and things like that. But for the most part, you gotta remember too, you can find these things here, and Amsterdam is only a 15-minute train ride away. Not to mention the life and the lifestyle that people have here. And what I mean by life is that I'm saying I've noticed a lot of these other Dutch cities, they have a really, like, they have a busyness to them. It was a similar kind of situation in LA, because I really liked LA, but it was just so busy sometimes that it's hard to see the beauty in it. And that's it. That's Haarlem. That's Haarlem's vibe. I mean, you come here, you feel it, you see it, and it's just like, dang, you see the Southern hospitality, you see the friendships, you see the community, you just see all these things, and you're just like, dang, like, this could be it for me. Like, I could plant roots here. And that's the thing that we felt. That's what my wife and I felt. That's what a lot of Dutch people have told me too, who have moved from Amsterdam here or moved from Utrecht here. They say the exact same thing. They're just like, dang, like, you know, like that's Haarlem's that spot. And yeah, that is why we chose Haarlem. Now, don't get me wrong, Amsterdam is growing on me. I really like Rotterdam. I also love Utrecht and just a lot of Dutch cities, but I don't know, Haarlem is Haarlem. Like, you just see it. Like, I saw it before we even moved here. And now, is it gonna be the right place for you, or is it the right place for you? I mean, I don't know. I'm being real. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I mean, what works for me may not work for you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I'm happy to say that, yeah, this really works for me. And I do think that, like, when I was in LA worked for me. It worked for exactly what I needed. When I was in Atlanta, same thing. It just worked for me for the time and where I was at in my life. But what's so funny is that I can honestly say that if I did find out, like if I found out about Haarlem a lot sooner, because I probably would have moved a lot sooner. And because I think, like I'm telling you, it just brings that sauce. I'm just super saiyan. And look, man, I know I could be totally wrong about all of this. And maybe people were just more accepting of me or nice to me because, I mean, I am a positive person, and I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I don't think that's true. I think that people here are just super nice, and they do want to talk. I mean, I know a lot of people say that the Dutch keep to themselves and everything, but I do think that, I don't know, I mean, look, I'm just saying, let me know. I could be wrong. Let me know. Because look, I understand that it is a bit hard to gauge off of just like one person's interaction with a bunch, you know, with a couple of people, as well as my kids too. They be hooking my kids up. I already told y'all, they are super nice to my kids. So look, at the end of the day, look, I could be totally wrong. I'm just saying, not for nothing, Haarlem is boss. Yeah, Amsterdam has a lot of variety of great shops and food, but Haarlem's where it's at. Oh man, quick side note, I'm completely dropping the ball. I forgot that it was Thanksgiving. Well, by the time y'all see this, Thanksgiving gonna be over. Happy Thanksgiving. And to everybody who's from somewhere else, I hope you guys have a really, really good upcoming holidays. Happy Thanksgiving.